We are from Superstars Media.
Alhaji Dokubo, will you say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu...
I'm with you.
Will you say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is succeeding or failing as president, given the reality in the country today? And to still go back to your matter with him, you said you emptied your bank account, you spent a lot of money, and Tinubu is there in Abuja. You are not benefiting anything. So what would you like to benefit from him? Now that you helped him, you supported him, and he's there. He has forgotten people who supported him.
To my broadcast, if you had listened to my broadcast in full, I met President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I met him, both in camera and behind camera. And he asked me, are you interested in pipeline? He will be listening now. And I told him, I'm not interested in pipeline. He's alive. I told him, I am not interested. But I can assist those who are doing the pipeline contract in any way I can for your government to succeed. But I'm not interested. So I never said that it was personal gain I was looking for. I clearly said in all my broadcasts that my needs are very small. My needs are very small. So what I'm trying to say, and it's very clear, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu becoming president, I should be able to tell him the truth.
Okay. Who are you?
And what is happening in Rivers State, where President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is supporting Nyesom Wike to destabilize Rivers State, to disturb the peace of Rivers State. And as a stakeholder in Rivers State, I feel disappointed, totally disappointed. For the president to allow his ministers serving under him to run amok, procure judgments, and all sorts, threatening the people of Rivers State, because what they are trying to do is, we are going to remove FOBRA and nothing will happen. And I'm saying that if you remove FOBRA, something will happen. If you try to remove FOBRA, something will happen. And that is it. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking of any personal benefit. I cannot be appointed minister. I cannot be appointed into any board. I did not lobby for any board. I did not lobby for anything. So, it's not personal, like I said. Yes, I emptied my bank account. I spent over $2 million US. I cannot even count in Naira what I spent.
Listen.
And I did not take a dime from him or anybody except 10 Jackeries who gave me 300 million Naira.
Listen.
What is efficient in Nigeria?
Mr. Dokubo,
is our railway efficient?
Very quickly, sir, Bimba will ask the next question. You enjoyed, at least prior, and you admitted it yourself, that working for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get him into office, you enjoyed quite a cordial relationship with him. In fact, you composed a number of songs in solidarity with him. Were you consulted? Have you had the opportunity?
Yes, song by Tono.
Yes. Yes, so you were singing in support of him. Were you consulted? Have you had the opportunity to speak to him, or has the line of communication totally broken down between you and the president?
I supported Mr. President because I knew him before he became senator. I knew him before he became governor. I knew him before he became president. And God willing, if we're alive, I will also know him when he ceases to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what I'm trying to say, this is not about me. This is not about an individual called Alhaji ASARI and Ahmed Bola Tinubu. It is about my people. And when I'm speaking about my people, take me out of the way. I'm an individual. My relationship with President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was very robust. And at all times, the benefit I derived from that relationship was one-way traffic. Was from Ahmed Bola Tinubu alone.
One way.
His coming out for presidency was the only time I was able to pay him back. And I did. And even if it comes out tomorrow, I will still do it. Because at the time, General Olusegun Obasanjo buried me alive. He stood by me. And I'm not going to be in a hurry to forget that. But that is personal between both of us.
Personal.
You talk about the line of communication. See, there's an Islamic preacher, Sheikh Kishke. He said, when somebody becomes an emperor, an emir, a sultan, Satan becomes his best friend and advisor.
Shaitan.
Because Satan will always be there whispering to his ears. What Jesus not carried to the pinnacle by Satan. And offered the whole world that jumped down. I will
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, we've understood you. We understand you're also saying that this conversation is not personal. But a lot of people would disagree because you've made statements such as that if President Bola Tinubu fails, we should hold you responsible. So my question is, should your people...
I stand by that statement.
So should the IJAW people, the Ogoni people, the people of Niger Delta, should they hold you responsible for the fact that their ministry has now been scrapped?
I stand by that statement.
Yes, so should the Niger Delta people hold you responsible? Are you taking responsibility for the Niger Delta ministry being scrapped? Since you said you were
that is why I am crying out. That is why I am crying out, because I am vigorously liable to any infraction of the exploitation of the Nigerian people, not just Niger Delta people, because I stood in front of everybody. And I'm not going to deny what I said. Even if it is tomorrow, Ahmed Bola Tinubu encounters any problem, difficulty, I will still stick out my neck and stand. Because at the time he stood for me, I would have been dead. I would not have been in this program talking to you. Obasanjo would have killed me. If not for people like Ahmed Bola Tinubu who stood by me and did everything for me. So I am not going to be in a hurry. I am not going to be in a hurry to forget that. We are talking of law. We are not talking of effectiveness. The wishes and caprices of a leader does not amount to the law of the country. NTDC.
Hold it there for me, I beg. For those that have ears, let them hear. This is the problem. A man who by this time should be liberating his people. Instead, he chose politics. This man was dancing for dollars. He was going to bow down to the caliphate. He wanted to work for the rulers of Nigeria. This same man came to Nnamdi Kanu and promised him heaven and earth. 1 minute he will tell you he's a Biafran man. He's more Biafran than Nnamdi Kanu. The other minute you see him claiming to be something else. The story of a man. This same man, if you see him now, he will say, oh, he's a hardcore Muslim. He has gone to Mecca. And the rest of them. He has done his Hajj and come back to please the caliphate. This same man boasted that you should hold him accountable for Jagaban action and inaction. If he fails, hold him accountable. But today, he's speaking in a new tongue. He's trying to be like Tompolo. Tompolo is the owner of the pipeline. So he went back to the Jagaban to continue the security armed forces thing he's doing, known as the Special Forces. He's busy recruiting young boys and girls, bringing them to Biafra land to take the lives of the people of Biafra. ASARI Dokubo, when will you learn? ASARI Dokubo, when will you learn? You are nothing but a useful idiot. They've used you and they've dumped you. You are a piece of trash, a piece of rubbish. You will never learn, and it will never be well with you. You should bury your head in shame. You are not a man of honor. You should bury your head in shame. Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.